vibe and we own it. The universe been talking to the chosen. The universe been talking to the chosen. God energy, God energy. Everything inside of me, feel the frequency. God energy, God energy. Everything inside of me, you feel the frequency.
You amazing, you should say it, you so powerful.
Affirmations daily, you should join in. Love is the vibe and we own it. The universe been talking to the chosen. The universe been talking to the chosen. God energy, God energy. Everything inside of me, you feel the frequency. God energy, God energy. Everything inside of me, you feel the frequency.
You amazing, you should say it, you so powerful.
Affirmations daily, you should join in. Love is the vibe and we own it. The universe been talking to the chosen. The universe been talking to the chosen. God energy, God energy. Everything inside of me, you feel the frequency. God energy, God energy. Everything inside of me, you feel the frequency.
You amazing, you should say it, you so powerful.
Peace, 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 family.
Peace, family.
Shadow Work Sundays, where self-love is therapy. You already know the vibes. Much gratitude to the family, always. Much gratitude to the Soul Tribe. As you can see, we actually have the goddess right here with us, and this is Nekwajet, our special guest. Big goddess energy, so much gratitude to you. We are grateful to have you.
It's an honor to be here. Thank you for having me.
I say.
Peace
to the tribe.
So,
So today we actually will be speaking about the power of love. No, using the powers of love to overcome the cycles of karma. And so when we talk about shadow work, there's obviously many layers of shadow work, and that's why we're here. But this area right here of shadow work is actually very deep, because this is actually doing shadow work, to clear and to cleanse karma, which is actually something that affects your everyday life. And a lot of us are wondering why we can't manifest and why we keep getting in this situation and this situation. Well, it's that karma. And so we're actually going to talk about that today. And so let's start it off with the heart chakra singing bowl to get us on the right frequency. And then we have Nekwajet that's going to give us the experience of whatever sound frequency that she chooses to play as well.
Mm-hmm.
I say. And we ready when you are, goddess.
Okay.
I say.
Extremely powerful.
Very powerful.
I was trying not to slip off.
man, bro. No, I was in many places.
That's what I'm saying. I had to remind myself I'm on live. It's like, oh my gosh.
Good. Yeah, you let the problems carry you away.
Every time.
Mm-hmm. Good things for
much gratitude for that. That's it.
Yes.
So
Especially
that is
I would say, especially the gong. That was something that's, I don't know. It just like causes certain reactions. Like when it goes from the tone to the gong, it's like can't explain it in words, but extremely powerful.
Right, and my crystal bowls, I have the throat chakra, the root chakra, and the sacral.
Oh yeah, so
the third eye. I have the third eye.
So really, we just hit all the chakras because I got the heart.
I was just missing the solar plexus. Who's missing the solar plexus?
Solar plexus. That's
deep. That's dope.
Maybe the gong probably took the place of that. I don't know, but
no fact.
Right.
Very, very much so an awakening energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really got me lit. You know what I mean? So you know the vibes, family. So I think what we're gonna do, actually, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go ahead and play the record first.
Good. Okay.
Let's get to the record. So this record is Long Walks in Nature. You know, which is another sound frequency when you're listening to the birds chirping and, you know, and you just, you know, just listening to nature, the trees, the wind, you know what I mean? So let's
natural frequencies.
I say.
Peace, family. Still shadow work. Still shadow work.
Still shadow work, son.
Still shadow work.
Shadow work.
Yeah. High vibrational vibes.
Damn, Jared.
As we rise. Long walks in nature. I can feel the vibration. Sipping elixir libations. Breath work on the daily. As I continue upgrading. I don't want no conversations. Long walks in nature. I can feel the vibration. Sipping elixir libations. Breath work on the daily. As I continue upgrading. I don't want no conversations, long walks in nature. Used to think it was crazy to hug trees. Now I look at it as loving something that's loving me. I see the light in the bumblebee. Ancestors with me when dragonflies follow me. I'm so woke, I don't know how to sleep. Raise my vibration to a place that I don't gotta eat. Searching my soul to truly know who inside of me. Watching these hummingbirds truly bring me peace. You know that you're alive when you living free. I know that I am God, I don't see no defeat. Still had the real walk when I had broken feet.
Damn, Jared.
I don't live in the past, but I keep receipts. The difference between what you know and your eyes see. Tell me how I'm late when I'm outside time, G. I'm on the road of life where the signs be. I had to find me just to find peace in nature. I can feel the vibration. Sipping elixir libations, breath work on the daily. As I continue upgrading, I don't want no conversations, long walks in nature.
I say. Yeah, I'm gonna think. Oh man, much gratitude, family.
That instrumental, man. I like that instrumental a lot.
Yeah, I let it play out a little bit. Normally I cut it off, and I said, no, I'm gonna let this one ride a little bit. You know what I mean? We're gonna have to talk over this. You know what I mean? This is the type of vibes that we on tonight. You know.
I like that.
That's how you open up.
Yeah, I'm authentic. Say we tapping in tonight. You already know the vibes, family. You know, this is what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a heart chakra platform. We already know that we move through our heart space. But it is nothing like having the divine feminine energy here to tap in with, you know, in the rawest, purest form. So, you know, much gratitude to you again. So, as we speak about, this is this is podcast, not podcast. So we finna get into it. So, you know, I like to have slogans for the episode. So the slogan of this one is shifting our paradigm. Because that is what we're gonna do with doing the work. So I'm gonna speak on some things I'm not sure if you're familiar with, you know, but like I said, it's podcast. So I want to show two things first on the screen. So we know what we're speaking about when I speak about these things. So this is the karmic wheel. And as you can tell on this karmic wheel, it is made up of all the zodiacs. And as we spoke about before in the past, how we are all connected to all zodiacs. And so in the karmic wheel, you actually unlocking these actual parts of yourselves, which all these zodiacs are a part of you. You're actually getting rid of and transmuting certain karma. That's why we have these soul contracts and we meet certain people that are all these different signs, is to unlock that actual part of ourselves and that part of our soul. So that is the karma. And then the next thing we're going to speak about in this episode is the divine matrix, which is your Merkaba. How do you pronounce it, Julio? I want to make sure that everybody get what I'm saying.
Oh, Merkaba.
Yeah.
Merkaba. You know,
Merkaba.
Yeah.
And
vehicle of Merkaba.
And here is called the divine matrix. And so it is the same thing. That's what's deep. But when they talk about karma, we're talking about clearing your karma. So you are already divine. It's just that karma is there. So the divinity is there. The I am, the Ashe is always there. But the karma is what we're going to talk about clearing. So.
And if we're going to start with the karma, you know, I want to speak a little bit on karma quickly. Because I feel like we get a lot of mixed ideas about what karma is or can be. And, you know, karma essentially is us observing the law of cause and effect in play, right? For every action is a reaction.
Yes.
But at the same time, I feel like there's a slight silver lining and positive aspect of karma, which is karma ties and draws us together so that we're able to work out certain situations, you know, with each other. And as you know, karma goes beyond this lifetime. You can be in karmic cycles that extend, you know, outside of this current lifetime that you're in. And if you look at karma as a negative thing, as like, okay, I did this, so this is going to happen to me. I feel like that's like a surface level view of karma, because karma really exists to allow you to learn the lessons that you need to learn to transcend and ascend. Because without that karma, there would be no opposing force or attracting force for you to learn those lessons. And, you know, we're going to get into that because that's essentially what allows you to ascend, because you have to heal that karma with love, compassion, forgiveness, acceptance, et cetera, et cetera. You know, so just kind of lacing the beginning of the karma conversation, you know, with the fact that karma exists as a way to propel you towards ascension or to your highest self. You know, it's not just oh man, I did this to this person, so now, you know, I got to have this happen. But at the same time, when it comes to karmic cycles, you can be in a karmic cycle with someone specific, but once you free yourself from the cycle, you remove yourself. So that person, they may go on to repeat the same situation with someone else in the future. Or likewise, if you don't heal the karma, you know, it's real easy to cut people off or to, you know, remove yourself from the situation, but you still have that karma in the sense that you either feel wrong and you have guilt, you're either looking for retribution, or you're thinking about it on a constant basis where it's like, man, I can't believe they did this to me. And it doesn't allow you to truly learn the lesson that's in front of you, you know? So like I said, just not to get too long-winded, but like that, the karma is a beautiful thing because it's ultimately what's gonna allow us to heal the relationships that we have currently, but to also heal that energy that's residual from past situations that we necessarily never came to terms with.
And I would say this too: karma has big law of attraction energy.
Yeah.
So, and that's what we're gonna speak about as well when it comes to this karma. How we actually have attacked certain parts of our karma, but we didn't merge with it and love it. We left it to be, and it get caught up in that old system again. So question though, Nekwa Jet, to go and tap in and get the perspective of the goddess. So we are all learning. That's what we're here for. And perspective is beautiful. So what is your perspective on karma? You know, how do you look at karma?
Well, how I look at it is, you know, breaking generational curses, breaking breaking old cycles, outdated, you know, ways of thinking, belief systems, negative programming. You know what I'm saying? So just recognizing it, seeing it for what it is, and begin the healing process. Because you got to recognize, you got to acknowledge, you know, these cycles and be wanting to change these cycles.
Yeah.
So, and like the brother Julio was saying, like when we have these karmic cycles, it's not all for bad. It's for the, you know, connection with our highest, you know, self, to bring about that wisdom as we learn through these cycles. You know.
I say.
That's all they for in the first place.
Yeah, we got to master these cycles. It's like it's a learning process.
So we don't got to repeat them.
Exactly.
I let my what you resist persist. You know, and then what's deep for karma with me is, and King, know we say this like almost every other episode. You attract what you judge until you no longer judge what you attract. So like even that, you know, the person that wronged you and you have all these thoughts of like, dang, like why they can't believe they did this to me? Like they're so wrong for doing this, you know, da 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 da. It's like you actually attract more of that to you, you know, versus you really understanding or seeking to understand. All right, maybe they're in a traumatic place, and here's why they did this, and let me just forgive them and move on. You know. So yeah, I feel like that's I should.
You know,
couldn't agree more.
Let's go here then. Soul contracts. I think that's where we're gonna start. When they talk about this, because the way it's y'all talking and the way we're going, you gotta follow the spirit. So soul contracts, you gotta keep in mind when we're talking about learning these lessons, we're talking about this. We actually before we got here, their purpose was here to actually teach us these lessons. We told them, hey yo, look, I need to learn this. I need to learn this. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of slacking on this last time. You know what I mean? Like, I need you to really test me. I need you to really, so I can unlock these, you know what I'm saying, these zodiacs, these astrological part of me, so I can get back connected to the ethers and I can go on, you know what I'm saying, ascend.
Get back to source.
You feel me? So we actually set this up. You know what I'm saying? We told these people to challenge us. We told them not to be loyal. We told them to hurt us. We told them to put us in these situations so that we could actually, you know, I know with me, any spiritual awakening I had, you know, I say this all the time, you know, we talk about this since Instagram, is that a spiritual awakening can feel like a depression or a spiritual awakening. It's two sides that can go. Because it's a revelation. It's whenever that's what meditation is. People don't like meditation because you have to look at yourself. You have to it's quiet. You know, silence is the best mirror. And so whenever you're dealing with a soul contract, they're a reflection of you.
And the deep part is it's a mutual contract because they're on the opposite side of it. They're learning something as well, you know.
And what you say, you chase what you attract until you no longer
You attract what you judge, so you no longer judge what you attract.
And so that's what a soul contract is. You are actually attracting this based off of this fear system in the back of your subconscious. You
and
see
like,
what I'm saying?
Like the goddess Neko just said, like it's your behaviors and your perception on that relationship. You know what I mean? That might be skewed in a way that, you know, makes you feel victimized, or, you know, puts you in a place of not being able to forgive somebody. You know, so
like or you feel like, you know, because we're talking about relationships again, and this ain't about, like last episode was about, like, you know, the person you're dating, your spouse. But we talking, you know, mother, friend, you know, whoever, you know, you're dealing with. When you're dealing with these relationships, you know what I'm saying? Dang, I lost my train of thought. That's deep. But
I mean, the download was just too. I mean, it was a big download.
But it's gonna come back up.
That's fair.
But like all we're saying, to confirm it, soul contracts always have a higher purpose for each experience. In layman's terms, they always have a higher purpose. You know, so don't get discouraged. That's what I was gonna say. Long as you're thinking about, I will never find love like this again. I'll never find a job like this again. I'll never, you know, you just, whenever you're putting these limits on your success, on your greatness, immediately you are actually calling on this karmic soul track, this soul contract to come teach you a lesson. You know what I'm saying? So you're attracting jobs.
And on the flip side of that, to build on what you're saying, it's this person wronged me, so now I'll never love like this again, or this happened with this person, now I'll never, you know, do this, and it shifts, you know, how you express your energy, which can be even more detrimental, you know, because I feel like that's where the karma really builds up, when it changes your belief and your mindset on relationships, you know, because you were wronged, or you know, it might have been a worst case scenario, you might have been abused, you know, which is horrible and nobody should experience, but you know, that can really leave a kind of like a gash in your aura that makes you perceive the world in a different way. You know, and the only thing that can really heal that is you forgiving, you know, as crazy as it sounds, forgiving the other party, but forgiving yourself for, you know, for choosing that situation and move on. But like you said, King, just building on that of, you know, how it changes you, like how these relationships shift your mind to, you know, to change how you love or to change how you interact with people.
So let's talk on the power of forgiveness when it comes to karma. I think forgiveness is a big part of clearing your karma.
I agree, bro.
It's a major factor because we come from a place where music, media, family, everywhere we go, they're pushing us to be toxic and complain and to talk bad about each other, and that's the trend, especially in the Black community, always has been.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you, Nekbajet, you know, from the Divine Feminine, you know, how do you feel? Because us as men, we were kind of, and I don't know, maybe you grew up like that as well, but we were kind of put in a place where it's like every man for themselves type of game. You know what I'm saying? You really don't really, you know, show this type of love, you know, and really ain't forgiving. Once you see something, you got to call that for what it is, because if you do it again, you know what I'm saying? Like now we're in a situation where you got to prove yourself. That's that toxic masculinity that I know we both kind of grew up with. So from your perspective, what is the power of forgiveness? You know what I'm saying? Or what's been your experience with forgiveness?
Well, my experience with forgiveness is, you know, sometimes you got to look at it as, you know, it's a major part of your healing, you know, and most of the time you're doing it for you. You know, you're forgiving that person for you, even though you don't like it, but you got to do it, you know what I'm saying, to rise up, you know what I'm saying, to raise up your vibration, to release it, you know, from your energy field.
I'll show you.
So that's how, you know, I look at it, because it's just part of the healing. And I don't like it, but I'm going to, because it's going to help me, you know.
I'll show you. Yeah.
And that's being the bigger person too, you know.
I think it's deep that you said I don't like it.
Don't like
but I'm
it.
gonna do it. But I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm
I'm gonna do
saying?
it though,
I'm
right?
just being honest. Look, I don't
But
like
that's what makes this shadow work stuff. You know,
right.
it's not for the weak because yeah, you know, and even with forgiveness, it's like you could like karma's kind of like a pendulum swing of like
Mm,
pain and you know, like guilt, to be honest. You know, somebody wronged you or you wronged somebody, so you feel guilty. Somebody wronged you, so you feel like you need to exchange the energy back in that way.
yeah,
Um,
you be checking your attitude. Like it can
yeah,
have a major play effect
yeah.
on your attitude. And
But I
you want
feel like if you can
this,
tap into forgiveness,
right.
you
And you
know,
want to improve your attitude because that's what we be struggling with, a lot is, how we um control our emotions and how we feel on a daily basis. Like, why is my attitude like
right.
this? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hate. I don't want to, hold grudges. I don't want that to be a stumbling block for me. So
Because like they say, like holding on to anger and pain is ultimately like holding a hot coal. It's like you're the only one that is getting burned in the end of it, you know, because it's creating this karma for you in these cycles. And that's actually, you know, since me and King are into the shadow work thing, obviously, lately, a part of my meditations has been anybody that I've even subconsciously feel like has wronged me or I've been in a like battle of wits with, you know, I visualize them in front of me and just like sending them love through the heart chakra or hugging them and saying like, "Yo, I release you, I forgive you, I understand where you might have been coming from," and I try to do that daily now. You know, to really like to send that forgiveness energy out there because, like King said, I feel like that's what can really remove you from them cycles.
right, and
You
then
know,
it's a
real
mental
time.
block too. When you're not forgiving and
Yeah,
Yeah.
you moving in that energy, it's all blockages. And
yeah,
when you're not flowing, you know, that's you just shut yourself down even more to like more mental problems, more mental
yeah,
issues. Because you just once you ignore that part of yourself, you only making it worse and worse. It's like a monster that grows,
yeah.
into a more bitter, more, you know what I'm saying?
Creating more cycles that you got to go through now.
Like exactly.
It's a slippery slope.
Hmm.
I mean, truthfully, just in my head, just listening to that, what y'all saying, it's like venom. You know
Hmm.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's a good analogy.
You know,
Oh yeah.
you know,
You got to suck the venom out with forgiveness.
Woo.
you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Yes.
Nah,
Exactly.
that's a good analogy. With venom.
You know, you know,
It's like
so I know I'm listening.
no, go ahead.
Uh no, because I'm finna move on. I'm
Yeah,
finna
go
go.
ahead.
Okay. So when we go through this process, obviously until we clear our karma, once we unlock and clear the karmic wheel, we actually you unlock your divine matrix, your Makerba. And so the divine matrix is activated when all parts of you are balanced. And this is where Ma'at come back in again, that Ma'at energy being in balance. And so whenever you unlock your Makerba or your divine matrix, you are actually in true God form. And so like I said, the divine matrix is activated when all parts of you are balanced, which is which is your guiding light. This is truly how you become God, how you take over your reality and your highest power. So if you want to manifest right on the top, right at the moment, if you want to travel this planet, you want to do, you will actually have as Dick Gregory would say, you have put the glasses on. And these and so you have access to higher realms. You are now God. You are fully into your God mode. You're fully tapped into your divinity. You'll be able to see. You will know. You will have the Akashic records. You will have all these things that'll be accessible to you because they are already in you. You just haven't.
Right.
We just haven't unlocked these dimensions. And so
You gotta remember.
exactly. And so I am by saying that this should be bringing excitement because it's like, this is the goal. You see what
Facts.
I'm saying? Shadow work, when you're doing shadow work and we're doing what we're doing, there is a goal that we are looking to get to. And so before
Surprise.
we exactly, and before we move on, let's speak about the instant karma that we're actually throwing on ourselves daily. This is why it's important to have forgiveness. This is why it's important to actually open your heart space. This is why it's important to move through love. This is why it is important to not be judgmental. This is why it is important not to gossip. This is why it is important, to actually be a humanitarian to an extent and love the tribe and do what you can and really be a good heart, in the community. This is why Ma comes up again, balancing your heart versus the feather. This is why you want to be light, because if we're not, then you end up stuck, and truthfully, if we say that we're not coming back here, a lot of us as the chosen ones say we're not coming back. This is our last time. What I'm saying? We talk all this type of stuff. Well, if that's the case, then this is how. And if we're not focused on really doing that work and doing like what Julio talking about, I gotta go connect. I gotta open my memories of the heart space. I gotta use what I have to heal myself and to love this person, even though I'm broken. Because if I stay in brokenness, then I'm forever, I'm never solid. And this is all about oneness. You see what I'm saying? So how can I be one with self if I'm broken into many pieces? Which we understood a few episodes ago that crazy means broken into many pieces. So I'm gonna be crazy. You see what I'm saying? So my money gonna look crazy. When I'm gonna be real with y'all. Whenever I was doing this, obviously shadow work is important and all that, and I'm on it. I have actually been very successful in my walk and the things that I've actually manifested and seen happen in the change within myself. At the same time, I look at my finances and I'm like, yo, it's like up, down, up, down. I'm like, where's this? What's going on? Why does stuff keep happening? And this is what I'm doing, this studying for this and just really connecting with the spirits. Like, you know what? That's karma. And you are actually still operating in this fear mentality because the door was slammed in your face so many times that now you are expecting your karma to play out, but in your subconscious. But consciously, you saying I want this money. I need to get this. I'm gonna manifest this. I'm gonna da. But subconsciously, you're waiting for your karma to show up.
And it's deep you spoken there, because a lot of times we think karma has a lot to do with like, oh, this that happened in the past is affecting what's happening now. But it's a present moment thing, because a lot of the times, like you just spoke on, King, like the conscious mind is one thing, but the subconscious mind in real time in the present moment is still expecting, like you said, that karma, or expecting to get that response to your fear. So I feel like that's deep, because karma is really something that we have to attack in the present moment, as a part of our present experience.
Yeah, that is so true. Yep, it's a part of facing your fears, and financially,
Oh yeah,
everything.
It all comes full circle.
Even with your children, you might have some karmic cycles with your children. It's going to show up in every aspect of your life, but you just got to recognize the cycles, the patterns, and be wanting to and willing to change them, break the curses.
That's right. Yeah, that's what this whenever they say breaking generational curses, we in church, they don't really tell us how to do that.
Yeah, that is the karmic cycles, but we didn't know. They ain't go in depth then. Look, if they would have, we would have been
right. It'd have been a different story.
They ain't even know what they was talking about.
Exactly.
To this day, I don't think they talk happening on karmic
cycles. To this day, what did he say?
To this day. To this day. We're talking about back then. I don't even think. Like two decades
ahead of the game right now. We wouldn't even be trying to play catch up, and we would have been here.
Yeah, that's the beautiful part about the awakening. Is all this information is rushing back to us, to the people that's open to it.
And so understand this, family, because I've talked to people and I see things, online and whatever, and you people be like, I had a spiritual awakening, and I'm like, great, that's amazing, but they feel like that's it. Like I'm woke, I'm up, I'm conscious, I'm and it's like, no,
one-hitter
to
quitter.
actually, yeah, exactly, to actually be successful in this on this level, to heal yourself on a quantum level of what we're speaking about, it's going to take a death and a rebirth over and over. To become Christ, to tap into that Christ energy, you have to die and be reborn again over and over, because you have to keep in mind you're unlocking certain parts of yourself, and it's not a real death, because death is an illusion. That's only an attachment. So when you're going through this process of this death and rebirth, you're actually like you're awakening a certain part of yourself, but they feel like they're dying because of the awakening. It's like someone that's blind that actually can see now, and they go outside. That light is irritating them. It's causing them pain. They've never seen it before. So you're bringing them out of that. But now it's your job to bring balance and to hold them and let them know, and then merge with them. And then now you unlocked another part of yourself. And so I want to speak really clear on this, is that if we say you got through your ex in that situation, and you didn't really did the shadow work and all that, and then you just let that be like, I'm good. And 2-3 years later, you've been through the situations, you meet somebody, you feel like they the one, and they do something that reminds you of this old person right here. Mm-hmm. Since you didn't actually merge with that energy and merge with that part of you and embrace that, you still hated that part of you.
Yeah.
You still looked at that part of you like you was weak. You still put that part of you in the closet because you didn't really want to feel that.
There's still a lesson there for you to learn.
And forgiveness.
Yep.
Forgiveness. Forgiveness is the key. Whenever I did shadow work on my father, it was cool. I wasn't mad. I wasn't able to. I was clearing certain things. But the real test is when I talked to him. How did I react? And I was good. But it's been multiple times before that where I was ready to physically do something that was, you know what I mean, that I shouldn't have been on. And due to the balance of my guidance, I'm grateful that she kept me like, look, you already know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we need them talks. Yeah. I say. I apologize. Sometimes I get in my feelings. You feel me? And y'all got me lit.
Yeah, that's a.
You don't have to apologize.
Right. I think you're in the right place.
Let it flow.
I say.
You're in the right place for it, buddy.
All right, let's tap on this real quick. Many of us suffer from lack mentality. Staying with the narrative of I can't, not enough, etc. We keep us teetering to the existence and on the struggle bus, struggling in relationships and finances. Shade.
No, that's deep.
Yep, living in the past and living in the future. Because I know I've been there too. Just waiting. Oh, wait! I'm gonna wait till this happens. I'm gonna wait till I get here in this place to be better. But no. Got to do it now. Now is the time.
I like to think that the past and future, they're both only reflections of how you spend your current moment. If you always focus on the current moment, you never have to worry about the past or the future, because they're both just reflections of how you choose to spend every moment.
And stop focusing on being you, just be you. You know what I'm saying? Rashad Jamal said something. He said on one of his records, he said You can't say you know me. Every day I make a new of me. You see what I'm saying? And so embrace that. Embrace the change. Embrace that you can wake up tomorrow and be different. Because as you actually break these karmic cycles, as you actually grow, as you actually do shadow work and put in the work, your reality is going to change. And as your reality changes, you should change, because you should actually be the god or the goddess that's actually changing your reality. That is what this is all about. That's why whenever we're living with people that are low vibrational, or we go to somebody's house that's low vibrational, we automatically shake the energy and there's a clash. And either one or two things is going to happen. Either it's going to be so high and something that's so irritating to them that they're going to actually start trying to actually irritate you. They're going to try to pull out. They're going to try to get you to create a karmic cycle right now on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
See the plot twist. I used to be a reactor. anybody tell you, my bro in here right now, both of my bros in here right now. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you like, I used to be snapping on people. I'll tell you in a minute what you saying is irrelevant. I'll let you talk, so that's irrelevant, and then say my point, and you know, very just didn't, you know, but truthfully, that karma kept coming back to me because doors were getting slammed in my face. You know, I was feeling like people was treating me like an asshole. It's like, bro, that's what you're giving to people.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
And what people don't understand too, like those karmic cycles and those behaviors, that negative thought process, it becomes hardwired into your body.
Yeah.
And your body is controlling you, not you controlling your body. So when it's time to change, it's really hard for, you know, so many people to like fully change because your body is in control, not you in control. Your mind is not in control of your body. Your body is in control, so it's still creating all of those experiences because that's what it's used to doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Those emotions, the thought process, because deep down in your subconscious is embedded in there. But that's why you got to do the work every day, energy work, shadow work every day. You can't even sleep on yourself at all when you're trying to change these karmic cycles, especially when you've been in a certain way for over a decade. Like that all that time you was in that cycle is going to take that same amount of time unless you're real serious. Look, I got some serious ways that can help you, but like you got to tap into those systems.
I mean, like, you know, we listened to Dr. B. Dr. B was saying, you know, a lot of issues are in your tissue. You know, like you said, a lot of it is hardwired into your subconscious, but then it gets hardwired into the body and it's like these tissues of the body, you know, which end up manifesting as disease or disharmony in the body. You know, so
and also what Dr. B talk about is the fouls.
Ooh, I love Dr. B.
Your subconscious is actually creating them fouls. So when all this is happening, so now your subconscious is creating a foul. So every time this situation comes to you, this foul comes up because this is your second nature because your subconscious is controlling you unless you take over. You know what I'm saying? And truthfully, if we don't do the work, we won't take over. The subconscious will rule your life. You will walk in places in fear. You would just walk around, just be in fear for no reason. You see what I'm saying? Fear is controlling a lot of our communities. That's why niggas is killing niggas because of fear. You know what I'm saying? That's why our people ain't connecting and becoming in real loyal and real relationships. Cause fear, man. Nah, she gonna cheat. He gonna cheat. I ain't gonna be real. I gotta. Everything is
gonna get me killed.
Exactly. Like you know what I mean? But we don't know what love is. That's the thing about it too. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm being led to speak about this. You know what I'm saying? Whenever we talk about self-love, it's hard to do self-love if you don't know how to love yourself. If you don't know how to love anybody.
I said you don't know how to love.
So that's why we talk about the heart chakra. People, I don't know why people sleep on these chakras and think that we just be talking just some craziness, but it's like these parts of you, they're already a part of you, whether you want it to be there or not. Right. So you might as well unlock it and use it to your benefit. Your heart space, your heart chakra is actually going to be a big key to your healing and doing the root chakra work. Yeah. Your root chakra, you know, turning that fear, that anger, that anxiety into passion. You know, that's what changed. You know, now that's why I write music. I do shadow work. I write about everything that I do. You know, because I connect my shadow work to my passion. But that's how I turn fear, anxiety, anger, you know, all that into my passion.
So the pain and the same thing.
You know, and when you're passionate about something, can't nobody stop you from doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why love is supposed to be passionate. A mother's love is passionate. That's why I use the example all the time. If a mother's child is in danger, she could be scary. She could be jumping all around the house every time you come around the corner and you try to scare her. But you mess with her baby. She didn't got in front of the gun. She didn't did all type of stuff. You know, because that passion, that's that passion and love. You know, her passion is her baby. She has a passion for loving her child. You see what I'm saying? So create a passion for loving yourself to the point where you would die for you. Yeah. You know, and then you will actually be able to protect yourself from the termites and your family and the spiritual community. You'll be able to protect yourself from the termites. I see you talk a lot about illusion magic. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, it's like people that put up a front, a display. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's like how they want people to view you, but they really hiding behind that image. You know, they're not being their authentic self. But you won't know, you know what I'm saying, unless you really, 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 protect it and you just, you got that awareness like that. But
Yeah.
that illusion magic, that's why it's illusion magic, because they making you see and hear or feel, you know what I'm saying, what they want you to see and feel,
And not even something they're resonating with at their core. It's just, like you said, it's just most times it's a defense mechanism, and it's like a shield, because what's sitting behind that, like you said, isn't anytime you, I don't know, I feel like anytime you have to overcompensate for something, or put up a front or a facade, it's indicative of something that you're lacking or void that you're trying to fill. And it's like that's never gonna fill the void. That's only gonna kind of like open the void a little bit more. You constantly seeing that.
You're going to overcompensate.
They bring people into they merge people in with their negative cycles, karmic cycles too. It's crazy.
In our community, we call overcompensating doing too damn much. Somebody start doing too much. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And so when you talk about the karmic cycles too, the merging, so let's speak about this too, because Dr. B, look, man, we, what I'm saying, another gym. So Dr. B was speaking about the subconscious again. And he was speaking about how a certain part of your mother's subconscious is actually transferred into you. So you have a certain part of her subconscious in you. That is deep, because that means that you have a part of her karma.
Right.
As well.
Look, I see that every day in my life. I'm like, that's why I want to change so many things. I'm like, because I was look at my mama, I'm like, that's why I'm this way, that's why I'm stubborn. I get that from you, like the attitude, certain attitudes, you just,
yeah,
see that it transfer over.
Like, I know I get that from my mom.
Right.
Facts. So these cycles though that we're speaking about, they're actually here to change your reality and to upgrade you.
If you transcend.
You see what I'm saying?
They are vehicles of change.
Come on now. I like that.
I say vehicles of change.
Vehicles of change. I was looking at my notes today.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah,
so I'm sorry.
You got seven circles in the building.
Big energy.
No, go ahead.
So basically at this moment you're able to embrace a new dawn, a new day, a new beginning. And that's the beautiful part about making it through that portal, going to that next dimension, unlocking that next part of you. You actually you get the rebirth feeling. You feel refreshed. It's like cold water in the summer. You know what I'm saying? Or it's very refreshing.
Yep.
And so why is it so refreshing? Because what we have to understand is that when we go through these karma phases and that we're healing the karma and we're facing it and we're doing what we're doing, the universe is gonna come with some tests too. Don't get it twisted. It's not just all about what you gonna do. When you set your intention to do this, the power of your intention is going to shift the whole paradigm of your life. So at this time, you actually go into the dark night of the soul. And so during the dark night of the soul, it can be very painful. It can be a difficult time in life. You see what I'm saying? But what people don't understand is I was watching Bobby Hemmett, and he was saying that these are the type of things that actually help raise your Kundalini.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so, when you're looking at your life as it's so bad.
If you do the work.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, most people kind of don't want to do the work, but because, they want to be lazy.
The work ain't easy, man.
But understand, trauma is gonna hit you either way. So you might as well do the work because these
Right.
are the benefits. You know what I'm saying? There are spiritual benefits to these sacrifices that we actually make to cleanse the karma. It's a sacrifice that you have to make because you have free will.
You might as well lay all your cards on the table before the universe got to put them in front of you and be like, okay, so we about to cycle through these a couple times just to make. It's like you learn the flashcards as a young, and it's like you about to cycle through these cards over and over until you really understand and learn it. And only when you learn it, we don't got to repeat them anymore. Because
Or it's like a child that is
About to say
being
that.
potty trained.
Or just
You
a
know.
teenager too.
You know,
You know how them teenagers don't be listening, boy. They
what?
just
Now,
got to
facts.
keep happening for them. And they look,
Yep.
be rolling around for them to.
That teenage
You know,
angst.
we be watching them as adults, as parents. You be seeing things. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you gonna learn, I guess, but you don't have to learn the hard way. You could just come on and do
Exactly.
it right now. But you know how they be want to be, the children.
And then it makes you think like, you know, we all did incarnate to learn. So it's just like I think about that a lot when you're trying to give people advice or you're trying to tell somebody like, oh, hey, watch out for this or make sure you're not repeating this cycle. A lot of the times I feel like
Yeah,
there's a subconscious nature to be like, yeah, that's cool, but I'm here to experience it. So
right.
let me
That's how they,
you know, so like there's a
you gotta let them go.
I used to really like get on people, but really be on people like, yo, you got to make sure you're looking out for this and doing this. And then over time, it's like, man, people want to experience this. Like some people will listen to you and take your advice, but a lot of people are still gonna go and get that experience either way. You know, which I find interesting.
I kind of look at it like planting a seed, right? Like obviously we don't overindulge, we don't force, we don't nothing, but it's like say I'm around somebody because us is high vibrational beings and living a certain life. You know, we have standards and we actually set boundaries when we go around people. That's what kind of offends people immediately with me. I set my boundaries. I say, look, this what we're gonna do, this what I'm not gonna do.
Yeah.
If you can rock with that, let's go.
Good.
If you can't, I'm not even finna do it. Because I already know, you know what I mean? I'm not finna pull up, I'm not finna do that to myself. I already know myself. So
Right.
you know,
everything got to be hospitable for your spirit to thrive. You know what I'm saying? Any spaces that you put yourself in and people that you vibe with, it got to be growth. If it ain't no growth, it ain't gonna be there. But or you ain't gonna be here.
and know your power. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that I'm powerful, and I know that what I feel energy. I know that how energy affects me, and sometimes I'm still in the place where I don't know what's going on, and I have to assess and figure out, like, yo, I was good, bro. Like, what's going on with me? And I figure out, oh, it was so and so and so and so. Or me and my guys have a conversation, like, oh, we break it down, like, okay, dang, that's what happened. You know, so know how powerful you are. Don't think that you don't think I'm so powerful I can go anywhere. No, you're so powerful that you can't just go anywhere.
Oh, facts.
Because this is energy. When you walk in a room, the walls are still, but they vibrating. You see what I'm saying? Everything that you see around you is vibrating. So it's actually emitting energy in a frequency to you. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So essentially that's why you talked about your aura field. You know, what are you allowing inside your aura field? You know, whenever you're on the phone with somebody, they're actually in your aura field. They can be on the other side of the world, but you're on the phone with this is frequency that we're dealing with. You know, this is a cell phone. This cells actually hold information. You see what I'm saying? So you're on a cell phone and you are full of cells. You know what I'm saying? You are a soul, a cell. So this energy as it's happening, we just have to be careful during these times of releasing the karma, during these times of deep shadow work, during these times of energy work, during these times of reflection. Don't think you can just get on the phone with anybody, you know. And it's the same thing as watching the show. You know, can't watch. I don't watch a lot of shows. I'm not judging anybody for what they watch, but me personally, I don't watch. That's a lot of stuff I don't watch due to the energy that it actually is coming with. You know what I'm saying? I used to listen to certain type of music, and it'll have me. And even still, if I listen to it, it might do it. I listened to certain type of music, and I would get in a certain type of headspace. You know what I'm saying?
It makes that
and I'm happy. I'm good, but let the wrong person do something. Now I'm snapping because it really didn't took me. I'm really moving back in the old mindset.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand that these frequencies, they actually take you different places. Like when Nekwa Jet was playing the sound frequency, we was traveling. I was seeing stuff. I really want to go back.
Man.
You know, I didn't even, you know, I'm on this live with y'all. I really wanted to still be there.
That's
you know, and so we travel, man. You see what I'm saying? Hold on, I want to tap in. We got 2 questions. First question is, any recommendations for cleansing your aura? For me, I would say, this is from Brother Yosef. It's not necessarily like cleansing your aura, but it's about just cleansing you spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Which I would like to believe is the same thing, because your spirit is a part of the quantum world. And so getting, and me and Julio talked about this before as well, getting an egg, first and foremost, and putting it under your bed. We were just talking about a cell. That is a cell, so that actually clear and cleanse all negative energy, and take the egg out of your home. Obviously, the next day we'll put it under your bed, and then for one day, and then maybe like the next 6 days, put a clear quartz, a glass of water with a clear quartz in it. Rest with that as well, because when you're resting, you're in the astros, you're in the ethers, and so a clear quartz is very because you can't put selenite. Selenite is very powerful for cleansing, but you can't put that in water. You'll wake up with no crystal. You know, put you a clear quartz in it, because clear quartz is an enhancer. You know, so that's my opinion. Yeah, to actually cleanse your aura. I would say also, I feel like doing shadow work and things of that sort is also cleansing your aura, because your aura actually is projecting you, whatever your vibration is, or whatever's going on inside of you, and your chakras and all that. This is projecting out. That's what creates your aura, the color of your aura, all of that. Your emotion, your aura changes throughout the day due to your emotion and things of that sort. So I would say shadow work, you know, doing healing, you know, loving yourself, really anything high vibrational and anything connected to healing is actually cleansing your aura field.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like, pretty much piggyback on that, shifting your negative thoughts and emotions. You know, like we're talking about with the karma, the negative thought might be, you know, as a guy, you thinking, oh, all goddesses or all women want this, that, and third, or they are seeking to attach themselves to me for negative reasons. That alone is a negative thought that's gonna, you know, shift your aura. So I feel like the more we can shift these like thoughts and emotions that we hold on a constant basis, you know, even shifting your mindset to a place of love and resonating on love is going to shift your aura, you know, versus you walking around and, you know, you wake up at the top of the day, you might stub your toe coming out of bed. Now you're angry. You know, now you're looking like, man, what else could go wrong today? Next thing you know, you're stuck in traffic, you know, backed up. Now that's causing more negative thoughts and more negative emotions, which is now affecting your aura, like you said, King. And, you know, what you just spoke on, your aura is constantly being generated by your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So, you know, in my opinion, that's the easiest way to cleanse your aura, is to cleanse and purify your thoughts, you know, your feelings. Sometimes in the morning in the shower, you know, because the element of water is very healing. So I'll imagine the water coming down me, and I'll say, water, purify my thoughts, emotions, and feelings, and allow any, you know, negativity or residue from bad experiences to just fall off me. You know, because that's an active way to use your visualization, you know what I'm saying, skills to really see these things falling off of you, you know, because it's not really that easy to for some people. For me, that was a big part of my shadow work. For if something happens, now I'm thinking about it for like an hour. Even when I tell myself, you know, I'm not thinking about that no more, it's creeping back into my mind, and it's making me have these thoughts and these feelings. So a lot of times you really have to force, you know what I'm saying, your thoughts and emotions to shift so that it's not reflecting in your aura and therefore attracting more of the same to you.
Right. It's all about turning the relationship to yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
I was
Because it's
just,
all about you.
yeah, it's all about you. Like for me, the tools that I use to cleanse my aura, because it's all energy, you know. So it's your thoughts, it's the way that you flow with your energy throughout the day. So me, I feel like I gotta keep moving. I got to keep my blood flowing. I got to keep my cells thriving. So I do breath work exercises. Qigong is my go-to. Um, as you can see, I got the sound in the back. Hold up, the sound. You know, the sound therapy, those sound frequencies, mantras help raise up your vibration and clear blockages. You know, even with with your organs, it clears blockages through your cells, your blood, whatever. You could use because nothing is more powerful than you. Everything is a reflection of you, here to remind you of who you are. You know what I'm saying? So you got to tap into your own energy field.
I'm sure.
Sometimes you ain't gonna have all those extra things. So you just got to go with what you know or what you have. Make the best of what you have. You know what I'm saying? So where your attention goes, your energy flows. So it's all about
Ooh, I live by that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, where your intention goes, your energy flows.
And that's why they say we pay attention, because you literally are paying
right.
a
So
price.
That's why we do the breath work exercises, because you focus on the breath the whole time. You have your awareness on the breath, and you expanding your mind. You expanding your breath, like breathing deeply. So you just focus on that. So once you focus on the breath, everything else that's been weighing on you, you releasing that because you collected more cosmic currency. So you need more cosmic currency, to deposit that into your bank, which is your body, and that's your protection. You know what I'm saying? Like internally and externally. So you got to learn how to collect this wealth, this cosmic wealth, because we've been lied to. Because they got us chasing this dollar, but we supposed to be chasing these cosmic dollars.
Yeah, you hear me? We always talk about on the show. The word currency is just like currents/seed. You know what I'm saying? Like those cosmic currents and energy. You know that you catch.
And I've been wanting to get so wealthy, and because I've been on this journey for the last 3 months, being consistent with my qigong, and I really have experienced what true wealth is. You know, just by being consistent with the work. You know, I'm like, I'm put this work in because once, like, when you be going through things and people ask you like, okay, so what's the problem? Why I'd be like, oh, I feel stuck, or I just not happy in this current in where I'm at. And like, well, what you doing? Well, what you doing every day? Then you look at your movements and how you flow, and then you be like, well, okay, I probably can improve myself in this way, and do this. Just challenge yourself. You got to challenge yourself. Get out of that same pattern of not getting nowhere. Get out of that and start challenging yourself with things that's going to put you on a higher level, on a higher vibration. But if you ain't challenging yourself, it's like, what can we do for you? Like, how can I help you? Like, I can't. You got to help you.
And like Lauryn Hill said, how you gonna win if you ain't right within? But how you gonna be wealthy if you ain't wealthy within? You know, it's like you said.
Yeah.
If you're not feeling
you
like
be wealthy when you ain't wealthy within.
Like you said, when
you wealthy in that other way, you so detached.
Yeah.
And exactly. you move further and further away from your authentic self. Like you every day you losing a part of you because you ain't really tapping into the currency that you really and truly need.
Facts. That's gonna bring in other currency.
Once you tap into that currency, you're gonna want to give all that up. Most of the time they don't be wanting. Once you get caught into that material world, it's like you don't even care about the spiritual world anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, because that it be pulling you, and it just have you distracted. It have your whole mind. It have your soul.
I think
your mind is your soul, so it be having your soul.
I think this is an amazing time to go and tap in. So we're finna get ready to have an amazing demonstration of qigong. And I would just want everybody to, if you want to, just kind of, she's going to do something very basic. You're not going to go in, if you want to tap in with her, you can tap in with her on Instagram and in other ways. But she's going to give a basic. Exactly. So get in a certain place, a comfortable place or however you want to be, just be ready for it. And before we do that, to give people opportunity to get in a comfortable space, I'm gonna put the flyer up to show everybody, and then we can kind of speak on. You have the womb circle.
Yes, I decided to create a womb circle for the sisters, to share support with each other, to hold space for one another, to heal together, to do the energy work together. You know what I'm saying? So I create this circle for us to come together locally and virtually for those who can't make it. That particular one is coming up on November the 5th, and we're gonna have a soul sweat ceremony. And those particular ceremonies, if you don't know, is when you build a lodge, and you it's similar to a sauna, but it's the original sauna. You know what I'm saying? So you're connecting with the earth, you're connecting with the elements, and you going in. The lodge is symbolic for the womb. So you reconnecting back into the womb. And when you go into the lodge, it's pitch black. It's dark because we wait till the sun go down. But before the sun go down, we burning these rocks. You know what I'm saying? So once the sun go down, we put those rocks in there, we begin to sweat. And I mean, it pours down like it's a purge and it's a release, and it gets super hot. You can't help but just go within, deeper and deeper within. Like you release so much in the lodge. Look, if you didn't experience one, y'all got to come one of these days, like and experience a soul sweat ceremony. It's a Native American tradition as well. They honor it. They honor the grandfather spirit and the grandmother spirit.
That sounds very powerful.
Yes.
And we know the power of sweating, period, just healing wise, period. But
we have the herbs, like we make this little herbal water with eucalyptus and rosemary and other different types of herbs. We put in the water and we sprinkle on the rocks, and it just steam, and you just the healing begins.
That sounds lovely.
Yes.
No, I do, right.
So powerful.
I love when I go to the gym, the sauna and the steam room. I gotta do it.
It's 10 times better than that. It's 10 times.
I can only imagine.
Yes, because you get that steam. The steam. I don't know if you ever experienced a steam sauna, but that's way better than a dry sauna. Because it's turned up, like for real. It's because your heart gonna be pounding even more. It's gonna be super intense. Some people might be able to do one round and that's it. But I be in there till it ain't no rounds left. I'm still in there. And like, you sleeping in here? Yeah, I'm out. Like, I'm so used to it. Like, trust me.
Just in there purging.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, that's deep.
I'll share
that. Yeah, I'll be down for that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so we have the womb circle. I'm so happy that I created it too. I even did that for myself because, on this journey, you could feel, you be in solitude and isolation a lot, because you don't play about your space. So I know I'm funny like that. So, but I create times for me to connect, because any other time I might not. So that is my way to be in service and to give back and to share the wisdom that I have learned. It's by recognizing my karma and dealing with it. And I just know what the karma is never gonna stop anyway. Because look, we're gonna be learning,
right?
And it's a process, till we transcend on out of here. It's never gonna stop. Just know that, and you shouldn't stop with the work.
Keep going.
Stop with the work. So let's get into these breathing techniques. So with qigong, it's a series of movements, but the foundation is like proper breathing, because we've been, I guess, through like um situations, being anxious, living in fear, and all that. We forgot how to breathe, properly.
No facts.
You know, we so through qigong, we reverse breathe, where we raise the chi up. Chi is the life force energy. Bring it into the chest, just like this. Raise. That's called raising the chi, and you're gonna feel it. It's gonna hurt some people if you're not used to it. As you breathing and expanding the lungs to the max, and then you're releasing the chi, bringing it down, and you're feeling the abdomen up, like filling a balloon up, or feeling like you're pregnant, or filling the balloon up, and you breathe. Keep it tight, and you breathe. Like take 5 cycles of breath. Once you sink the chi, it's called sink the chi. The chi is synced, and you breathe from here. 5 cycles of breath, not shallow breath, but nice little breaths, light breath. And then you raise the chi slowly. Raise it up. Expand your lungs to the max. Expand to the max. Collect that cosmic wealth. That's how you collect your cosmic currency and deposit it into your body. Then this is called abdomen empty, chest full. You feel that air up there, you breathing up there, you're collecting, you're expanding the lungs to the max. Then you're releasing, sinking the chi, filling the abdomen up, expanding to the max, filling it up. Because once you do this continuously with the movements, once you get into qigong, you're going to see the full benefits. You're going to experience natural DMT, and your organs, all your organs get the benefits from this particular style of breathing. So raise the chi. Take 3 cycles of breath when you raise the chi. Expand the lungs to the max. And when you're expanding your mind. You releasing blockages. You clearing blockages. The more you expand, the more you collect. Sink the chi, release, expand. Abdomen full. Yeah, you clearing up so much negative energy from your body. You releasing those negative cycles. The more you expand, the more you push yourself. And raise your hands up now when you raise it up. Fill the lungs up. Expand the lungs. Exhale. Expand. And always the abdomen stay tight because you're expanding. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel that energy. You should feel like you're heating up. And your heart rate starts to, like you done ran a race, like you running a race. Your heart rate begins to pick up and everything. So raise the chi. Take 3 cycles of breath. Expand the lungs, family. Collect that cosmic wealth. Expand your mind. Set your intentions. Exhale. Sink the chi. Expand. Fill the abdomen up with more cosmic currency. Breathe there, family. Inhale, Raise the chi. And the chi is the life force energy. Raise the chi. Bring it into the upper part of your chest, your lungs. Expand your lungs. Breathe from up here, all the way up to your crown. Try to release it up to your crown or breathe through your crown once you raise the chi. And sink your tongue to the roof of your mouth as well as you raise the chi. Exhale. And it should be a slow, rhythmic, breath in harmony. The movement, everything is like a slow motion. That's the thing about Qigong, it's a slow motion. Because once you start getting your hands involved, you're moving, the breath moves with the hand movement. Exhale, slowly bring your hands down. Yeah, and this right here it's a small little challenge. You can challenge yourself. Anytime you're going through any situation, or if you want to do this as soon as you wake up in the morning, that's the best thing to do. You can start from here. You know what I'm saying? This is the basic breathing technique of Qigong. You can do it before you go to bed and before you start your day. You can give it
feeling.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's almost
for real.
I'm not even gonna say what it feels like, but it feels like they're taking a small dose of
DMT
psychedelic something.
Yes, it's like, man, that's why I look. It's like, and that's how you properly feed yourself too. You know what I'm saying? In the Bible where it say you can't live off bread. You can't live off bread and what now?
Water alone or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but by the words, but it's really by the breath. You got to breathe. You got to tap into that spirit, and spirit is breath, and breath is God. You hear me?
Talk about it.
That's the food. And once I start turning on my chi and that energy you feel, that natural high, that psychedelic feeling, that's
I was gonna say, because low key my eyes,
Look, that's
I was gonna say my head, because I've been doing King got me into mudras, but like as soon as I put them down,
that's you turning on your chi. Your chi been sleeping, your energy been sleeping.
It's like my hands is just
you know what I'm saying? So that's you waking it up. So the more you do it, the more it's going to get turned on, the more you're going to collect that energy. That's called cultivation. And so, most people only know about breath work. This is energy work, which equates to shadow work. A lot of people don't know about that in-depth, you know what I'm saying, work like that. They think it's just, you see people just moving. Yeah, because you ain't picking up the true knowledge and wisdom of it. Because anybody can go on YouTube and watch a video, but they ain't showing you the breath mechanics behind everything. It's deeper than just moving some shit. Like it's way deeper than that. You got to learn how to breathe through those movements. There's certain ways you got to breathe in order to turn on that chi and to be really doing something. Because it's like you're doing it for nothing if you're not doing it properly. If you're not breathing properly, it's like you just, I guess, propping up yourself. You ain't really doing the work. You ain't really doing the work.
Going through the motions.
You know what you're doing with energy work to make it work.
I'm not gonna lie, you better have me all on YouTube looking at
right. No, don't even look. I already have my teacher view like hit
okay. Oh, say less.
I have somebody teaching me, so that's how I know.
Okay.
So that's like clinical Qigong. You know, it ain't the real deal. He learned from a real Shaolin monk.
Oh, see, that's
So can you actually share your Instagram with the tribe? Yes. Even if you want to put it in the chat and I can pin it up here.
Well, it's just like my name right here.
Okay.
You can put in, well, I'll put it in the chat because actually it's more than that.
That way they can tap in with you, on this, when it comes to the Qigong and kind of, those that are interested in that and the womb circle.
Please hit me up if you want to You want to join in? If you want to take your energy to the next level and you really want to put in this work for real, because this right here, I only showed you a little taste, but it's like it's hard work. But it's that pain, it's that energy that the best choice you can choose instead of choosing that other stuff that's been giving you the worst pain. This is that good pain. You know what I'm saying? That's that like good challenge for you to level up. Everybody.
Like they say, everything in life is hard. You just gotta choose your hard. You know,
right?
Like
exactly.
Being damaged and unhealed is hard, but healing is hard too.
You can do too, but this particular qigong is like it's next level. It's like elite. So if you're ready to be the elite,
I'm ready.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on through.
I know anybody that just tried that demonstration got it for the same way.
Felt it. Yeah. Cause I feel it all in my head, bro. All in my crown, bro.
It's turning on. Your chi is turning on. You wakening up the body, and that's how you feed your cells for real. And that's how you make the herb. That's how you make the herb when you're taking your herbs and you really plant based, and that's how you make all of that stuff really benefit you. Because if you ain't breathing right, it ain't gonna really fully do its job like how it's supposed to. And then it's best to go outside and ground and be in the sun so you can receive those colds. And look, you have all that going on with the breath work and eating good, man.
Erykah Badu spoke on that recently with breath. She said a lot of us are trying to manifest, but she was like, "Are you breathing like you would be when you
are you breathing into your manifestations? Are you breathing into your desires?"
Because listen, you manifest a big bag. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be breathing real deep and heavy all the time, like whew.
Man. Because through the breathing, you setting them intentions. That's and when you breathing like that too, things will manifest speedily for you. Speedily.
This is powerful for me. It's definitely powerful.
Because you becoming this spark, this magnet for everything that you desire. There you go.
Jeez.
You know what? Let me tap out real quick and add.
So what I had wanted to say too, the first steps of changing these negative cycles is acknowledging, you know what I'm saying, that there is something that needs to be changed. Like that self-awareness. That's what, because I've been on this journey. People don't know. I've been on this journey of enlightenment since I was 18. I'm almost 41. So
no way.
Yeah. I know, right?
No, what? See, y'all just got the real. I've been putting in the work. I'm about to say, if anybody needed an incentive for that breath work, you just gave it, because ain't no way.
Look, I am almost 41. You hear me? In 4 more months, I'll be 41.
No, that's deep.
But I had a strong connection to my higher calling, though. You know what I'm saying? I've always been obedient to that calling. When I first got the message, when I was hearing these voices like, hey, let's ride. Like,
let's ride.
Get your phone, that vehicle. Like, you ain't about to leave me behind. Look, I probably would have been looking old and all crumpled up and probably dead or something. I don't know, but I had to get on that train. Like, I'm glad I did, because it changed my whole entire life, and it's still changing and transforming me. I'm glad I answered the call.
I say.
My children get to see the benefits. I'm the restorer of the lineage, of the divine lineage for my generation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that example. They had to call me at a young age. They knew I was gonna be the one to be that leader, to be that warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Be that example to show my children, to show anybody that come around me, like, this is what divinity is. This is what sacred femininity is.
Yep. Say reflecting that and being that example.
Hey, somebody had to do it. Somebody got to do it.
Come on now.
Who gonna do it? Who else?
Not me to who?
I know I'm gonna do it. Nobody ain't got to tell me. I just know that's the best way to go.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that we've talked about this before. We got a whole episode actually based off of it, which is shadow work as a lifestyle change. And so when you actually start to do shadow work and you start to do these certain type of things and do this work and heal yourself, as hard as it is, kind of like Netwa just said earlier, she was like, I don't want to do it, but I got to, you know, it's like it gets to a point where you kind of know what to expect, you know what the process is, and you know the benefit. And so it becomes a part of your life. It's kind of like this, you know, any of us that are going to work, you don't want to work that job. You know you're better than that job. At the same time, you're grateful for that check and what you can do with that currency when it comes through. And so you know, it's a lifestyle change. You know what I mean? It is something that, and so the change part comes in because it is a lifestyle.
Back
but
to
then
the slogan,
but then
paradigm.
Yes, sir. Exactly. Come on now. But then it actually changes your whole reality. You know what I'm saying? Due to you actually living this lifestyle. You know what I mean? It's like a game banger. You know what I'm saying? Somebody out there in them streets, they selling drill, whatever they doing. And this is second nature. He gonna be able to do this. But if you've been working the job at a call center and then you go out here and try to deal with some niggas out here on the block, that's not gonna you're not gonna be, you know what I mean? You're gonna be uncomfortable. And so that's like when you're going into shadow work at first, you're gonna be uncomfortable. It's a new world, it's a new territory, it's a place that you've never really been. You know what I'm saying? And and it might be like the example of the call center versus the streets. The call center is like, you know, you kind of know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, that's
you know
how the contrast call
it's
center
kind
versus
of
streets.
You see what I'm saying? It's kind of it's set up. You know, it got this whole system that's already there. You got to show up and you know, but over there on the block, man, you don't know what's gonna happen.
Right.
And that's shadow work. Shadow work, you don't know what you don't know what's finna happen. It is the land of the unpredictable. But the beautiful part about but the beautiful part about the spiritual path is the only way that we grow is that we have to be okay with the unknown. We talk about this all the time. The unknown is like the most beautiful part of the journey. You know, I feel like I'm always on the journey to discover something, you know, every day, whether it's something about myself, something about the universe. There's so much information. Like you are a multi-dimensional being. Meaning as you get to know a part of yourself, there's another part of yourself that's reflecting back on this part of yourself, that's reflecting back on this part of yourself that you still have to figure out. Exactly. Crazy. This is something we actually haven't even spoke on. Let's get to it. You have a collective self. So we have a collective. Obviously, we as the collective, is all about us coming together with that Christ energy, becoming the second coming of Christ, all that good stuff. But at the same time, this same thing that's going on outside of you that we're trying to do as a collective is actually going on within you, and has to happen within you first for all of us to actually join.
Right.
You know, so when you say you have a collective part, you're like, dang, I thought I was just trying to connect with self. No. You are, I'm not going to go too deep on 144, but there are 144 dimensions within you that you are unlocking, you know, and so that's where that 144,000 comes from, the chosen ones. Those are dimensions within you. You are the chosen one, but you are the chosen one. You are Neo when you unlock these dimensions, you know, within yourself. So, and that goes back to the Makerba, the divine matrix. And I love how you said womb earlier, when you was talking about being out there and talking about the womb circle, and just like you said something represented womb.
The lodge.
The lodge.
The lodge represents the womb, Mother Earth.
And so what people don't know is that the word matrix means the womb. And so when we talk about the divine matrix, we're talking about the divine womb. You know, the divine womb was actually created when we separated from source. You see what I'm saying? And what's so deep about that? You like, dang. So we came from the womb, detached from the womb. That's how we got caught up in this trap in this 3D realm. And now our goal is to get back to the womb. Ashe. Yes, that is what this is all about.
The meditation, all that. That's the womb. That's being in the womb. Like energy work. Shadow work is the womb.
That's deep.
Look. And when you said we enter in the unknown, but we enter in the unknown, but we know what we want to change. We know who we want to become.
Yeah.
We're walking in that energy. And we manifest in that energy.
I say. I say.
You hear me?
Unknown,
Yeah, we manifest
unknown gives you a sense.
what we want.
You
What
know,
we
because what's called is that many of us have these destructive patterns, right? Not necessarily to find love, but to keep love out. You know, to run away from love due to fear.
mm-hmm.
And so the
Shutting
deep
it
part
out,
of
closing it out. Ooh, I cannot stand that.
exactly, you hear me?
Stand it. I'm like, you just need the love. You hear me? Just
Right.
let it flow.
Let the love flow. The love stopping everything else from flowing. You gotta let that flow first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's the key. You know, oh man, loves. Oh, so you know what's deep about it is that we all start off like even at a low vibrational state. You always looking for the light.
Mm.
We always looking for the light. You don't even know why. You know,
Don't
like,
even
I'm you know what I mean? And it's because you're looking for the magnificent part of you.
Ooh,
You know what I mean? You're
that
always
shiny
looking.
part.
You know what I mean? You're always looking for that part of you. So therefore, let's go ahead and kill the illusion of that you don't have self love. That is your self love. The self love that you actually have naturally is survival. You know, the fact that you were actually, yeah. Whenever mama make something out of nothing, and we call that love. So when you do that for yourself, that is self love. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you don't snap and put your hands on somebody, knowing the place that you came from, knowing how you grew up, whenever whenever you evolve, this is all about the evolution of light. You are an evolution of light. You see what I'm saying? And if you think about like the stadiums or like a big show going on, and you look in the sky, you can be like on the whole side, different side of town. You can still see them lights. You can drive all day, yo, looking for them lights, and you probably would never find the spot them lights coming from. But they just reflecting and projecting. Just that is you. You see what I'm saying? Except you can go find that light. It just might feel like you're not gonna find it, but you gotta keep driving because to find that light. It's like a Batman signal. You know what I'm saying? You know how, this is what you're constantly on. You're constantly on that mission to find that next light and merge with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I say.
Yeah, just by embracing the darkness.
Just by
embracing the chaos.
Yeah, embracing the chaos. Look, let the chaos do its thing.
Because you are chaos.
Yeah, eventually you're gonna learn. You know what I'm saying? Eventually you're gonna learn.
Everything is about balance. Just like, love has a place, chaos has a place. You see what I'm saying? Which we talked about before, that it's all connected with the divine feminine. That love and that chaos energy is actually a part of you. But sometimes you gotta give yourself that chaos energy.
It's chaos eventually brings order.
Exactly. So how do you get yourself in line? How do you hold yourself accountable? That's love, and that's also that chaos energy. You see what I'm saying? Because you got to check yourself. But they say check yourself before you wreck you hear me. You know what I mean? Like and so that's kind of like that's this path too. I think a lot of us like to live the college life. We ain't got no accountability. We do what we want to do, show up to class. I'm gonna go party here. We want to live this life because we've been in high school, we've been in mama house, we have all these rules. Now we feel like freedom is being unruly.
Mm-hmm.
And freedom is not being unruly. Freedom is actually love.
All time the universe only has order because it operates with strict ass laws, very strict laws, that holds the balance, even in the midst of the chaos.
Exactly.
You were saying like loving yourself more, so you won't be operating in spaces of lack. So you just love yourself enough to not put yourself in certain situations, and love yourself enough not to keep repeating these same cycles. Like, I love me too much. Like, I just want better for me and the people around me. So you operate in that frequency, that love frequency, then you create better cycles. Because we still gonna create cycles. You know what I'm saying? So we becoming more in tune with the cycles that we
I like
create.
that.
You know,
That's heavy.
so we
Choosing what
create
cycles we.
cycles up. Right.
If we're gonna make a cycle, it might as well be a cycle we don't mind cycling through.
Right.
I like that.
Mm.
And you know what? We have to understand that these higher aspects of you they're here because they already paved the way for your awakened soul.
Don't
They're
fight.
already they there. They already, you know,
Yeah.
the way is already, you know what I mean? You just gotta walk.
Mm.
You know,
Live it.
I say, you know, when your soul awakens on this planet, you are already aligned with your higher lighter self, you know, which allows your higher lighter self to merge with the awakening, which is us.
Mm.
You know, we already in line with that divine matrix. You see what I'm saying? That's what we got to understand. Whenever you look at this picture and you see the divine matrix, you see, okay, boom, this is full of karma. You're like, okay, boom. But then you see this one is not. This is clear karma. It is the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So don't get so caught up on, oh wow, all this karma, and forget that you are the divine matrix. You are already connected with your divine matrix. You see what I'm
13
saying?
Zodiac.
Come on now.
Yeah. So, and then like we just to refresh a little bit about like putting yourself in certain spaces because you attaching yourself to more karma and creating more. So just be careful of who you vibrate to and like certain jobs that you choose because you may be taking on more negative karma for yourself. You know, you just add it. Just like how we breathe and we collect that cosmic currency, you collecting more karma.
Your karmic currency.
Karma.
Karmic currency versus the cosmic currency.
I'm telling you, like
That's deep. that might be the episode to the part 2.
Karmic currency is that funny money.
Yeah,
Nobody want that.
That's how we flip it. We flipping it in the next one.
Flipping it.
Right. I like that.
That's how you flip that money. Flip that.
You
know, we about to flip
and this.
It's like what you do for work? I flip cosmic currency. That's my full-time job.
Right? I flip that energy.
So you know what's deep is that we talked about this on a few episodes, like well, actually on Instagram about the inner child. And this is kind of the same type of frequency or energy or example that we're talking about. So basically, I was talking about the inner child, and the inner child is multidimensional as well. There's many parts of your inner child, and so saying that your inner child is in cages, and that these cages are not unlocked by keys but frequencies or currencies. And so it's kind of deep to take the perspective of what y'all was just saying and what you're saying to that point, you know what I mean, and then bring that, spin the block and bring it all the way back to finances. You know what I'm saying? You're like, yo, you know what I'm saying? In the spiritual world, this currency that we talking about, the currencies,
once you turn up that cosmic currency, because it's like you shutting down all of those programs, those negative programs that held you back, and you turning on these new programs, and everything in every way that you felt like you lacked before, you filling that up with abundance because you moving in your abundance. So you vibrate that frequency of abundance, and now you this magnet for abundance, man.
Now you a magnet. You hear that? A magnet
for abundance. That's why
we don't chase. We attract.
Look, once you start doing this work and you feeling like alive and nourished and clear, like who not gonna want to experience that? People don't know the feeling of it till they start moving in the energy every day. You got to do the work every day, man, to feel it, to benefit from it. And every day.
I'm about to. You done told us how to get that cosmic currency.
I will not.
I'm gonna get my cosmic currency every day.
You hear me?
Look, even after all these years, I wasn't putting in the work like how I'm doing now, and I still can take it to the next level. I want to reach further than what I want to do better than I did the last 3 months. So, because the more you turn on this chi, the more you collect this currency. It's like you got to push yourself, like that feeling you was feeling in the beginning, because it's like you ain't gonna always feel that unless you push yourself even more. You challenge yourself for an hour. in 2 hours, in 3 hours of meditation, breath work, energy work. You got the, because that's the only way you gonna feel them levels. You got to
Right.
change yourself even more.
It's like working out. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Every time you go a little bit harder.
We doing this on a spiritual level. So it's the same
So
way
don't.
how you
So
would do
that.
physical. It's
So
the
what
same
the
way, like how
goddess
you,
is saying is
if you
don't
trying to
take
reach
it.
this goal with your muscle and everything, you got to start putting on more weight. You got to lift heavier weights. The same thing with the energy work. You got to go for longer periods of time into your meditation, into your energy work, your breath work.
I like that.
And don't run from the pain.
Don't.
You know,
Don't do
because
it.
this whole shadow work is all about embracing it. We have to embrace the pain. We assess the pain. We analyze the pain. We don't get rid of the pain. We embrace it because there's a lesson inside of it. There's light inside of it. Actually, you are inside of the pain. There's a part of you inside of that pain. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, don't run from yourself just because you don't like how you look. This might be a part of you that, you know what I mean, you like, man, that look like me on my worst day. You gotta go hug you and fix you up and be like, man, look, you all right. You know what
your
I'm
shadow
saying?
looking scruffy. You gotta come through and get the shape
Right.
up.
Exactly.
You are.
You know, exactly. You know what I'm saying? You might have to give yourself an edge up.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta come through. You
know,
gotta get shadow shape. Like, you looking rough, my guy.
Exactly.
You in years.
You feel me? You know, and I got you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because this is a relationship. You have multi-dimensional relationships going on with self. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, the only way that they become one, which is the goal when you get into your divine matrix, is if every time you create and unlock another version, you merge with it and it becomes a part of you. You see what I'm saying? Own up to everything that you did. Your failures, your flaws, the hate that you projected on other people, the abuse, whatever it is that you have ever done, the anger, the whatever, the betrayal, whatever it is that you have done, feel it, release it. You see what I'm saying? And then embrace it. See, that's where people think this thing is like weird, where it's like in the spiritual world, it's like you do something, you gotta go back and do it again, then do it again. It's like they think it's confusing. So no, that's the part of it. It's a cycle.
Face it.
You see what I'm saying? It's a process. Respect the process. When you're going through this process, it's kind of like this. If you go to the store, how you gonna get back home if you don't drive back home? But on the GPS, it looked like you did the same thing twice.
Okay.
But really, you didn't. You was on a mission. That's how you gotta look at shadow work. It's gonna look like you're kind of like doing the same thing over and over again, but it's like, no, like you gotta come back. I say.
Yeah, you got to be that glitch in the matrix for yourself. And look, that's the only way things gonna change. Becoming a change.
Literally.
Come on now.
Vibrating change from you.
And so being that we are energy, if you wake up all this, because some people like, man, why I can just go wake up and do this tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do Qigong, I'm gonna do this and this. I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna be lit. I'm gonna open my divine matrix in 3 months. The truth is that that's not true, and it's not realistic. And so being that we are energy, if you woke up all these parts of yourself, you would cause a blowout. And so you know what a blowout would do to your chakras? You know, there is a such thing as actually, you know, I would say harming your chakras in very high ways. You know what I'm saying? Very badly. You can damage your chakras. And so everything must be done in balance. Don't get out here and try to overload yourself with healing or overload yourself with even happiness. That's not realistic. If you wake up and you're not feeling it, assess why you're not feeling it. Don't try to make yourself be happy. You know, assess what's going on with me. You know, what happened last night? What did I dream about? Or assess your feelings, you know, because that'll cause a blowout as well.
The guy 7 Circles spoke last time. It's like a flower that's blossoming. You know, if you try to force it open, you know, you're gonna cause damage to it. So you wanna allow it to, you know, to cultivate and grow. You know, organically. So I shut it up. Came in here trying to fry your system.
So the first steps of recognizing Karmic cycles is acknowledgement, and then holding yourself accountable. And then that's where the healing starts. You have more compassion on yourself and start practicing self-care. You know, figuring out things that you can do to raise up your frequency, to clear your auric field of psychological, you know, debris, because you got a lot of debris in your auric field. So you got to do this sweeping and this cleansing, and it's a daily thing. It's like how you got to cleanse and sweep your house and mop your house every day, especially if you got tile flow. Like you got to clean that every day, like for real. I clean my floor every day because the same thing with your spirit, your auric field, your energy field. You have to clean, and breath work is good. And that simple little breath, that basic breath work technique, if you just do that every day, that's sweeping and cleansing your auric field right there every day. Do it for 15 minutes if you can do that. But I know you can give yourself more than 15 minutes.
Just like cleaning, if you don't clean every day, you look back after a week, you like, man, like the crib look crazy.
And that's the same thing with your auric field.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it be your thoughts, because all is an illusion. Everything you have created, not no one else outside of you. You have done that.
Things that you consent to.
I say, you know, and so it's deep. You know, we talk about the breathing, all these different, you know, works. You know, even the Bible says, you know, faith without works is dead. Well, we put action. We say intention, and works is the key.
Intent.
And so. During this process, we are actually connecting our cellular structure back to the other souls of the collective. This realignment opens the doorway of ascension, pulling you out of the backward spiral of descension. Now, not ascension, descension. And so let's make this clear. Planet Kai, Earth, Tiamat, whatever you want to call it, Gaia, Mother Gaia, whatever, you know, you want to call this planet, it is the planet of descension, of great learning, of completion. And so we have to understand what this planet is. The purpose of this planet is not even here to
it's here to trigger us.
It's here, it's a training ground. It's
triggering us.
It's like an incubator.
Yeah, as soon as we get born, we trigger it.
Exactly. Because it is the land of descension. You know,
descension for our souls, like detention. It's like we
exactly. You came here. You only here because of dissension. If we tell you, and we all understand that we are gods and goddesses, and that there are many higher aspects of us, obviously at some point we had to descend. You know what I mean? Or we like I said, we wouldn't be in this position that we are in right now. Trying to get back to the womb, or not trying. We are getting back to the womb. And in this situation, we choose love. We shift the paradigm and remove fear. Remove that victim mentality. You see what I'm saying? Whenever neuromelanated people stop playing the victim, we'll be way more powerful immediately. You know, I get the White Lives Matter shirts, and I get how those offended people. And I'm not saying I'm not going down a rabbit hole on that subject, because Kanye getting a lot of people hung out here. But what real talk. But what I will say is that if we didn't have that fear-based victim mentality, and we were actually moving through love as a collective, we wouldn't have that wouldn't have shook our people the way it did. You see what I'm saying?
You're operating in that those old ways that that have not gotten us anywhere.
Exactly.
You got that. When stuff like that, when those issues come up like that it needs to be addressed. Like, why is we still operating in this mind state? Like,
and guess what we're doing? We're creating a collective karma.
Yeah, more of it.
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody saying they want to hush, and nobody don't really want to talk about the real issue for real.
Yeah.
Cosmic Soul.
Lit. Yeah, Cosmic Soul. I love her name.
That's my daughter. She done entered the chat.
Okay, nice.
You just not getting on here, man. You got to catch the replay, man. We went in.
Yeah, big
definitely.
energy.
You got
I
to watch.
love her name.
You got to
It
watch
stood
it
out.
from the beginning.
You know, Mama dropping this cosmic sauce.
Right.
You know,
had to come catch the sauce.
Yeah.
So we talk about the victim mentality. You know, that part of you that you have healed and battled to let go. They basically have been transforming through the light. So go back and merge with them, as I said earlier. Don't leave them hanging. Don't abandon them. Merge with them, because if you don't, they'll actually attach themselves back to the old fear frequency. And then you will be wondering why these areas that you have attacked and these things that you thought that you had dealt with are coming back to teach you another lesson, except on a whole nother level. It's because you actually did give power to it. You gave light, but it had a choice, and you left it back there with Satan. And so, you know, because there is a Satan part of you, you know, and so it's about that chaos. Left it back there with chaos. So don't let your light bodies, you know, don't let your higher selves or your lower selves get caught up in that. You know, we don't do the work to have to do it again. You don't do a detox just to drink alcohol.
Yeah, right.
You know,
you
know what I mean?
It just don't make no sense. Like, what you doing, boo? You just want to stay stuck. Okay, got you.
Say less.
Look, make it make sense. Make currency, cosmic currency. Transform you.
If it don't make cosmic currency, it don't make sense.
It don't.
You hear me?
Yes, I feel like we on some Drake vibes. So we give all these quotables.
Okay.
all these
that next flow he gonna make gonna be
right.
Right though. I ain't gonna lie to you, y'all got me going. I could have already made a song already with the way this episode been going. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I want to jump on that next one there.
No, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm always with it.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there. If people feel away, they feel away. I think Nekwa Jasmine, my favorite guest on Shadowwork Sunday.
Oh.
I'm just saying, some people might feel away about that. So definitely got to get you.
I'm the first sister, episode. Right? I'm the first sister on here, right?
No, we had on YouTube. Yes.
Oh,
yeah, technically, yeah.
On Instagram, no, we had a guy that's on Instagram.
Yeah.
But yeah, on YouTube, yep.
Yeah, definitely on YouTube. Yeah. So definitely came with a different energy for this episode. Yeah.
No,
I live this every day, you know.
Exactly, I mean, you can tell.
And I'm just very humble too, because I can only speak on my experience. That's all I could do. That's been my greatest teacher, and that's how I gained my wisdom. And I've been on this journey. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I chose to do the work. I didn't wake up just to get the knowledge. Anybody can just get the knowledge and sound good and just look good. It ain't all about the look. You hear me? It's everything. It's the whole package. It's the energy, you know? Because I know I'm royalty, so I'm going to look like I'm royalty, and I'm going to be royalty. My energy is royalty.
You feel me?
And so, like, I'm the real deal. So thank you for choosing Nekwa Jet. You know,
this was the spirit. You know, truthfully, it wasn't a selection. It was a divine intervention, because even with this subject, you know what I'm saying, when I was talking to you, like, yo, this is what we're gonna talk about. You was like, yo, this what I love, you know. And so I think this, you know, nothing happens by coincidence or accident. And so we have a lot of goddess over here on the channel, and you know, on the Telegram, and goddess all around the world, obviously, that need that reflection and that refresher. And just like, it's almost like a lot of guys that came on here, like when we do our panel conversations, and even in the chat, speaking about just wanting that connection, you know, with a goddess. And so much gratitude to you for just, you know, carrying that torch, and really like Julio said, you know, I'm
go ahead, say it. Come on, bro.
I kind of assessing myself.
Come on, co-sign me, bro, because you know doesn't.
No, facts. You know, I gotta keep it a buck. You know, keep it 1,000. You know, as my bro would say, you got to keep it 2K. You know, yes. I would say my most favorite special guest, and not just based off of I'm gonna go and tell y'all this. You know, she was behind the scenes because we have a little meeting behind the scenes. Me and Julio kind of kick it behind the scenes. She was behind the scenes like an hour and a half before the show.
5 hours.
You know, yeah, you know, so that chemistry and that energy and just that preparation and just being like so the excitement, it actually projected in the show.
Because I'm like, I'm already there. Look, this is me. This is what I'm about. Look, it's just my flow.
And we would definitely be having you back.
Yeah, like, all we did was just merge the energies, and here we are.
See, this is podcast for me or for us because I feel like I'm leaving with, you know, that energy work demonstration, the Qigong demonstration. I feel like I'm leaving here with some real value. So I just want to speak on that. Like that's something that I'm gonna definitely be implementing into my life. But I feel like I came on here and wasn't just given the sauce, but got to receive some sauce, you know, which is divine to me, you know, because I live for it too, and like I know King shares the same sentiment.
I say,
you know, any new revelation or any new light that's gonna help me expand and, you know, ascend quicker, it sets my soul on fire, man. I'm not gonna lie. So
I want to say this because I got to get this out before we're gonna tap out of here at 11:11. So I got to get this out. I want to go and wrap this up, part of my notes, and drop this razzle dazzle. So also, I had to go and say it, bro. So basically, this is very important. Everything that we spoke about this episode, because as you are shedding the light on these parts of you, if you just if you basically you continue to just move on and don't merge, you won't go through the death and the rebirth as we spoke about. And so they end up still operating the old, you know, fear frequency, as I said before. So in this collective part of you, you are going from duality into divinity. So that is this process. So in this world, we live in a world of duality. That's why we speak about as above, so below, because of the duality in this realm, in these realms that we're operating in. But our true power is not divinity, not in duality. Duality is almost that's where a lot of our lower selves live, in duality. They thrive in duality, because there's this false, egotistical perspective of control that this duality gives the ego. But the ego has to submit to divinity. And so in this process, we are actually rising a part of us, teaching about our inner child. We got to actually be their parent for our inner child. You know, the certain parts of us that's broken, we got to be our therapist. We got to be our counselor. Certain parts of us, we just actually need to be a shoulder. We got to cry with self. Just sit here and just hug myself and cry with these different elements, different parts of myself. That's how you go from divinity, and from duality to divinity. Get out of the ego. Let go of the ego. The ego is there for your survival. We are warriors. The ego is there when it's time for war. The ego is there when it's time to protect your tribe. But other than that, get rid of the ego. You know, because the ego will actually block you from divinity. Because why? The divinity makes the ego submit. The ego can be very narcissistic. It ain't trying to submit to nothing. It'll do whatever it can to stay in power. You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
And so when you look at the world and you feel fear, you feel hate, you are creating that. Remember that. You know, if you look at the bank and your bank account, you see no money and you broke, you are creating that. We spoke about karma and the power that we have when we clear this karma. Let's get out here and get some of this currency, this cosmic currency, which actually will manifest itself into this reality, into all type of currency that you actually desire, until you having everything that you desire. You know, I was doing an affirmation throughout this last week, and I had a situation, you know, the financial situation, and I could have been down. I could have started stressing, but now I started to connect and to channel that energy, and I started doing this affirmation, which is that I always have the means to take care of my family. You know, so do these affirmations with intention, and you will shape the whole universe. You will shift what's happening. You just by doing these affirmations, you will shift. When you just say you're walking down the street, you will shift the outcome in that walk just with the power of these affirmations and your intention. So let's tap in, family. Negwa Jet showed us the energy work. Let's get to it. We know it's deep shadow work. We talk about going within and all that. And when you crying, all that. Well, we gave some other tools tonight. You got some energy work.
Yep.
You got some breath work.
Very powerful.
And then you don't have to always cry to release, because we just so programmed and hard programmed with that way. But you can laugh and just like find something to just laugh about, like cry laugh.
Right.
Instead of cry, because someone told me that, and I'm going to be trying that, because I normally would wait till I just release tears, but no, I don't want to do it that way. I want to switch it up. That's changing the program. That's changing.
I like that though.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just find something and to just be laughing my butt off.
That's yeah.
I think that's a different like frequency you adding on versus the crying. Even though crying is good, it's releasing. But have you ever just start just laughing about it? Have you done that? I don't think too many people have. And
I ain't gonna lie. I would do it not.
I know how they go.
I would do it not on purpose.
Yeah.
It would be that became like a coping mechanism for me not to snap on somebody. So I would kind of like.
I'm talking about like a meditation. I'm talking about laughing like a meditation.
Oh, you saying in meditation? That is deep. That is deep.
Yeah.
I got a subconscious thing I do. Like if it's been a long day and I get on like let's say Instagram or YouTube, I'll just go searching for the funniest, content that I know is going to make me laugh, because it is healing. It makes you forget about, a lot of the little things that might have happened that day. But
yeah, but I want you to challenge yourself without getting
meditation,
but pull up some memories. Okay. You know what I'm saying, from your data bank.
Okay.
And just do it like that.
Laugh about it. Okay.
Yeah, laugh about it.
I'm gonna have to try that my meditation tomorrow.
That's hard.
Or just look at it differently and just start laughing. Like, you know what, this is funny, and just start just laughing about it.
I know
because I have had some light meditations where I was deep in somewhere, but it was like joyful. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like like a deep. You know how you had the meditations where it's like I'm like you on psychedelics or something. So and some of them were on psychedelics, but. So I think I would take advantage in those type of, and that, and kind of really be.
You know how children is, they always like playful and just naturally like that. We can be like that, like become a child and just start laughing about it. Just I guess you can look at it in a different way that is funny to you.
Right.
Challenge yourself to do that.
Like they said, we change the way you look at things. Things will change.
But in a funny way.
Which in return, you're opening your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Open your mind a little more.
Another choice but to laugh. It's funny at this point. Gary.
Man, it'll get the I always say the Most High, the universe, source, whatever you want to call it, has a sense of humor. I've had so many synchronicities and synchronistic moments where like I've had to look up and be like, hey yo, you got a sense of humor, because there ain't no way. Some things like Logic just said are get to the point where it's comical.
Yeah, and it's like even just starting laughing now, it's just a different vibration. You know what I'm saying? It's
acceptance.
Yeah,
it's acceptance, and you're choosing to express joy.
And then, because like normally when we're not laughing too, you just still kind of feel there's a little heaviness, a little weights on you. Mm-hmm. Because you can still cry and feel a little residue, but laughing, man, that's just like floating.
And I ain't gonna lie, laughing is a part of my shadow work. Laughing is a part of my shadow work for sure. I watch a lot of 90s sitcoms. Me and my goddess watch a lot of 90s sitcoms, and and just rock out. Some stuff I've seen before, you know what I mean, and then some of it I haven't. But it'd be kind of cool. First of all, he shows how you rolling. But on the flip side, it's like when you was younger, you kind of had to wait till tomorrow for the new episode or the next week for the new episode. And now we watching them back to back to back. It's like, yo, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I had to wait for this to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's good when you have a partner because that's your accountability partner, like the last little build y'all did, because then y'all both can be looking at each other and laughing and just
Right.
It's good to have a partner, man.
We be talking that talk too, like you said. You like, yo, they tweaking, like, bro. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
Nah, for real.
For real. Like, man.
So, what first and foremost, I want to say this again, you know, because Julio, what he's talking about, you know what I mean, put us on the spot, you know what I'm saying. But much gratitude to you again, you know, for coming on here and really shedding light and being authentic, you know what I'm saying, being yourself, being vulnerable. If you know any more goddess that want to tap in, let us know. Because this is what this is about. We definitely want to connect and want to build, and we want to bring on more goddess.
I know she would love to. Goddess Coach Kamisha. I did a live with her about a week ago. I don't know if
I think I watched it.
Yeah, she would love to come on here.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know a few more goddesses as well.
Yeah, we building. You know, obviously, like I said, it's a heart space. You know, platform at the same time. You know, a lot of goddess are a part of Shadow Work Sundays. This big goddess energy over here with the Soul Tribe, and so we want to really be able to. Obviously, we are a outlet of information and of truth.
I'm gonna be here every Sunday.
Oh, that's lit.
And that's, you know, I was thinking too, because I want to do a sound healing every Sunday, you know, like for the public here, for the women or whatever to come, and on Sundays. So this would be dope too for me to just be a part of. My daughter too, get her over here. So that's what we need.
That's powerful.
I say, and then let us know, you know, what you got going. We'll come, you know, come support and everything as well.
Oh yeah.
That's what it's all about. Mm-hmm. You know, I think we're gonna do like we do, I don't know, bro. We on some real Instagram vibes, how we was. You know, we're gonna play the record one more time. Let's rock out to the record one more time. That frequency, you know what I'm saying? And drop let's get them 1111s in the chat.
I can't even see this
yet. Peace. You say you can't see it?
I never saw the chat. But I only see when something that pop up every now and then, but I don't just see the chat though.
Are you on full screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's probably why. Well, you gotta get off full screen for it to actually show the chat.
Yeah, I would do wish they showed the chat in full screen mode.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm slow.
There go to Tribe.
They're gonna try.
Right.
Still shadow work. Still shadow work Sunday. Still shadow work. Yeah. High vibrational vibes.
Damn, Jared.
As we rise. Long walks in nature. I can feel the vibration. Sipping elixir libations. Breath work on the daily. As I continue upgrading. I don't want no conversations. Long walks in nature. I can feel the vibration. Sipping elixir libations, breath work on the daily. As I continue upgrading, I don't want no conversations, long walks in nature. Used to think it was crazy to hug trees. Now I look at it as loving something that's loving me. I see the light in the bumblebee. Ancestors with me when dragonflies follow me. I'm so woke, I don't know how to sleep. Raise my vibration to a place that I don't gotta eat. Searching my soul to truly know who inside of me. Watching these hummingbirds truly bring me peace. You know that you're alive when you living free. I know that I am God, I don't see no defeat. Still had the real walk when I had broken feet.
Damn, Jared.
I don't live in the past, but I keep receipts. The difference between what you know and your eyes see. Tell me how I'm late when I'm outside time, G. I'm on the road of life where the signs be. I had to find me just to find peace in nature. I can feel the vibration. Sipping elixir libations, breath work on the daily. As I continue upgrading, I don't want no conversations, long walks in nature.
I say.
Such a vibe. Such a vibe.
Man. Nigga, I just said the vibe, man. I was on my page, man. I said, man, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta create something that's real good sound frequency over here, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, give thanks for everyone being here, for being present, for showing up, because that shows a lot about you. It shows a lot about your character and how much you want to love on you and work on you.
That's right.
Many are called, but few are chosen. So
I almost said that earlier.
Hey,
That's a fact.
look,
That's
so
a
you
fact.
decided to be here. You chose to be here for the energy, the shadow work, right? My baby asked me, she been hearing me talk about like shadow work, shadow. It's like, Mom, what shadow is?
What's the shadow?
I was like, well, it's parts about you that you need to learn, like your dark side, the dark part of yourself. And then what did you say?
I said, I thought it was like bringing out your inner shadow.
No, you said something else too. You had broke it down. Like I was like, yeah, that's it.
No, I didn't break it down.
You did. You just don't remember. You didn't just say that. You said something that was real deep. I was like, okay, yeah, but you don't remember. But it's all good. She don't remember.
They say from the mouth of the babes.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like about yourself. You get the brain to the surface, remember?
Yes.
And see it and feel it and release it. Okay.
I love y'all energy. She has a very big personality as well. Like
she do. This right here, she gonna be the wise, like beyond her time. Wise.
Yeah.
When she have adults as friends. That's how wise she is.
Yeah. That's deep.
You got a message for her? You got a message? She don't like when I put her on the spot.
I'm gonna tell you like this: we listening, we all ears.
I'm gonna walk away and say it. See, they get this goddess energy, so they can't help but just be reflections of that.
Okay, I think I want to say the thingy now.
Come on, cause we gotta go.
Love and be yourself.
What now?
Love and be yourself.
Okay.
Ooh, come on now.
Love
you for that. I say.
And what change? What difference would you like to make? What impact would you like to make on the world?
This place a better world.
How? Why would you do that?
By picking up all the trash.
Okay.
That's a good one.
How they got on the road.
Okay.
And give the good ones a home.
I'm a woman in anti-litter squad, so I feel that.
She teaching y'all how to be humanitarian.
Sure, we got to get to these litter bugs.
And stop cutting down trees.
Stop polluting and cutting down trees.
Come on now, come on. Let them know.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Isa.
Yeah.
I miss you. Can you come back?
Yeah, both my daughters. See, my daughters, they be on the journey.
Oh, yeah.
They gonna come through whenever it's their time. But, the wounds, they be already just called to the frequency naturally. But I feel like my sons, they just already there. They just got to realize what their purpose is.
Yep.
My tongue is
even though I'm the example. Even though I'm the example, they still have to meet me where I'm at.
Right.
I like that.
I'm way down the road, and I'm just. They had to look. They still about a quarter of a mile away or a mile away, but they see me.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Not
like
all here yet.
So
look,
shortening the gap.
So next episode, y'all, everybody be hitting us in the inboxes, on the Telegram, wherever. But next Sunday will be a Soul Tribe vibe, is what we calling it. I think we're gonna do it every end of the month, where we actually connect on here. So we're gonna be hitting y'all up. So if you want to be on part of the panel, we're just gonna be talking. We actually gonna be just talking about your journey, asking questions. You can ask us questions about your journey and things of that sort. We just kind of just build with it's gonna be different.
Okay.
Yep. And so I'm just we would love to have you on here as well. And I would say
I'm gonna be here every Sunday now. I'm part of the family now.
Shout out to
baby.
Days where self-love is therapy.
I missed that. I've been missing out. I'm mad. I'm glad I'm here.
I'm glad you're here.
And I'll be bringing more people over.
I say
I saw some people over, but they was just in and out. But
And we're gonna talk behind the scenes because we really want to do something with the babies.
Okay.
For sure.
With Star Seeds, you know, and so and she just inspired that inspiration again. So yeah, we got to give them an opportunity to speak. We got to sit back and let them teach us.
Yeah.
Episodes, you know what I'm
And
saying?
then I got all my children is Star Seeds. They tapped in. And that's the thing. The children, they be already tapped in. It's just that they start moving away, from what they already are, with all these distractions, with entering into like the material world.
Say me too. Yeah, we're gonna rock out.
Isaac said the same thing you said. Me too.
Me too. Oh yeah, Isaac too. Oh yeah, my daughter. She wanted to build. She got some words. She got to reach her generation.
Hola.
So I'm gonna tell you like this, Cosmic Soul. You want to tap in next Sunday? We about to be on here with the tribe. Let's come on here and build. We'll set the floor for you and sit back.
Wait. Hola, me llamo.
Okay, don't start with this game.
She might teach me a little something.
Okay. Now you real free now. You speaking Spanish now.
Awesome.
When the world that's
Yeah. So we're gonna build. I'm gonna actually get out here and see if there are any more Star Seeds they want to build. We might just connect with the Star Seeds next.
That's gonna be dope.
I'm gonna bring baby girl through.
Bring your baby. Oh, that's gonna be amazing.
Bring baby girl through for sure.
That's gonna be fire. We're gonna put the promo together. Look, because I can't wait to advertise that.
Yep.
Let's go.
We actually, since we know ahead of time, we're gonna.
Nobody never did that before either. I don't think.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know that nobody.
I've never seen it before, right?
Yeah.
We'll be trailblazing.
That's gonna be so fun.
Like they say, instead of following the path, go where there's no path and leave a trail. That's what we're gonna do on that one.
And it's deep because we spoke about this when we was on Instagram. We just didn't know how we was gonna manifest it, and then it manifested today. Through you, and then through the Star Seed, through the baby goddess, whatever that big goddess energy that she's projecting, and she's just projecting such a love and she's radiating. You know what I mean? So it's like she's
like how the children be, they just be like vibrant, they smiling and stuff. Why can't we be looking like
right?
Energy? No, we gotta be
like the babies.
That's the inner child. We got to bring the inner child out. The inner child ain't looking crazy every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got to look like we free for real. Like, we got to be. Because the children are free.
I feel like I'm gonna get with the spirit too and try to figure out, because I think we're gonna let them. They're gonna ask them some questions, but I think I want to have a basis of something to give them, like an information.
You got babies too?
I desire children. I have a lot of godchildren.
Okay.
Me and my God has been together long enough. We should have a lot of kids, but I think I put it into the universe.
I already had in my head you had about 7 children, because you said.
Man, look.
I already had in my head you had at least that, because I know I got 5, so it's like.
Truthfully, I feel like it's all about to happen. Like we in this season now, but I put it out there into the universe that I didn't want to have children until I had $1 million. And this was years ago. And so I feel like that the universe is actually holding me accountable to that. So I'm working on the 1 million, and then I'll manifest, and also truthfully, the relationship too. I'm thankful that we didn't have children. Not gonna go too deep on it, but I'm thankful now.
It's like, they got to see that at your worst cycles. Because my first 3, they came in on the worst cycles.
Yeah.
So
I show gratitude
too. They, by their energy, they came in like me as I was getting better and knowing what to do. Because at first on this journey, you don't be knowing what to do
at all.
Because I awakened at the age of 18. I didn't have all this. I had to figure everything out bit by bit, day by day, piece by piece, on my own.
I was about 19, 20, so that resonates.
Yeah.
I'm 31 now, so it's just still a work in progress.
It's deep because we got to keep in mind.
It was painful and it was sad. I was living in that victim mind state too, depressed. Like, what the hell?
Right.
Like, with my elders, I was even upset because when I awakened, I didn't have no support.
Man, that'd be the hardest part.
That was it was like that the awakening was traumatic for me. Even thinking about it made me want to cry because I used to be like, what the hell is going on with me? Like,
Man.
ooh,
You trying to tell your loved ones they looking at you like you're crazy. It's like, yeah.
I ain't even have nobody to talk to, honestly. Like, it was sad. Like, I had to be that. Everything that I needed, I had to become that. So now I'm in place. I'm being put in position to provide that, to be that change. What I experienced through my awakening, now I'm able to provide that for someone that is awakening. So it's like I'm this wellness warrior coach, like helping people transition. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because we every day we're in a transitory state. We transcending our mind. So I'm gonna help you flow through these transitions because I didn't have it, and I would love to help somebody else through.
Right.
But they got to have that same energy like I did, wanting somebody, wanting to help, wanting to do the work.
Exactly.
So
that's all I gotta be there.
Don't play with my time. Look, don't play with my energy.
Right.
Look. But yeah, this was beautiful, y'all. Thank you for inviting me here. It was an honor, and I give thanks. Y'all are brilliant. You are beautiful. Your minds that's what I love to see. I love to see.
Likewise.
No, likewise for sure. I say, you like you said, you're walking away with the trophy. You know what I'm saying, of the Shadow Work Sundays, and it's just it is beautiful, you know what I mean? We come out, you feel me? We come out here to we don't come out here to play, you know what I mean? We come out here to really it's a frequency war.
We ain't here to show off, here to show up.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's a frequency war, and so we gotta equip our people. And so I love that you came ready as a warrior and a healer. And the baby came on here.
Right. And I want to touch on that too, because like when you trying to break these cycles, like everything in you trying to revert back to that, because your body is, you know what I'm saying, like hardwired into that frequency. So every day is that battle. Like your own enemy. Your energy is your enemy. You got to mind your energy. Mind that. That is the business that pays you the cosmic currency. So mind your energy. You hear me? So that's the battle. And that's why I'm the wellness warrior, because I'm establishing order within my system again. So it's a battle. It's an everyday battle. That's who they was like, well, who are you fighting? You got to go to war? Yes. With myself.
So
exactly.
With myself. Because once I overcome that battle, which in the battle is already won, it's a state of mind. It's all about perspective. That's it. And so we're fighting these thoughts.
Right.
We fighting these mindsets, these programs. That's it. That is simply it. That is the whole shadow. That is the whole shadow that's been blocking your perspective. You know what I'm saying? The way you see things in life. Your experiences, that's shadowing, you know what I'm saying, your whole view.
I see.
And we're just clearing that up so you can see more with a healthier perspective. That's it. Simple. It ain't that simple, but it's not. Everything, it sounds simple. It's not. It's not been simple at all. I don't think it ever will be. But going to work, you know what I'm saying? That to me, that's simple. Like that breath, the basics of of the reverse breathing, cultivation, that's simple. Something you could do.
It's not simple, but it's fulfilling.
Yeah, but challenging yourself to do it every day, that might not be as simple.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I'm super grateful. You know what I'm saying, again, and I'm grateful for for the baby coming on, because I feel like she came on, and your daughter, both of your daughters, they kind of slid in here at the end.
Yeah.
And I think that was divine, because they were setting the tone for their appearance next episode.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like, I know y'all was doing y'all thing, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to come let y'all know You know,
I had told them to be upstairs. One of them was upstairs, but then the one she just was right here the whole time. So I was like, well, we need to hear that because you know they don't have to be like right there to be taking in the information. They just take in the information.
Their data,
yeah. Recorder, so they recorded. Yep. She took in everything that we talked about. Like they eavesdroppers naturally.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Not even intending to be that way, but that's just who they are naturally.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So they operate in the subconscious.
They gonna get that information.
Mm-hmm. Like
this gonna be. I'm getting so many downloads right now about next episode. Like them having conversations with each other. Oh, this is about to be like.
You suck up information. That's why you have to be mindful what you putting in y'all reality because y'all sponges.
So I'm gonna reach out, to a few. I got two guys in mind too that got some babies and they got some star seeds. And then Julio has a daughter as well.
Okay.
And so so that's gonna be dope.
She got 7. Just turned 7.
Oh, that's gonna be so deep.
7 going on 70, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, 7,000. These turn 70 don't even do them justice.
9 million.
She's a trip.
9 million. You heard me?
Right.
9 million.
Infinite. 9 too. The 9. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, she's 9 million.
I was about to turn 10 million.
Okay.
Yeah. What am I saying?
Beautiful.
You know these babies are the ancestors though. That are her again.
I'm younger.
Yep. It's the spirit.
Is Iser still here?
Yeah.
Bye, Surf.
All right.
Hi.
All right. Let's see now.
We're gonna rock out.
Yeah, we're gonna rock out because it's going on to midnight on my end.
Me too.
Oh yeah.
Okay. He's late on our end.
Wait a minute, are we in a video? I don't know.
This is the one that always just late for everything. It'd be so funny.
Are we in a video?
This is her attitude all day with everything.
It's really like wow.
What we got going on here? Like,
hi, peace.
You should one.
Yeah, that's my mini me.
Oh man, that's super cool. Well, yeah, we rocking now. Like I said, once again, much gratitude. I'll be in contact, real soon so we can cook up this episode, get some promo done. Like you said, it's gonna be dope to get the babies in the promo. That's gonna be different,
Yeah. That's next level. That's real true healing.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. Me too.
And we didn't know what we was talking about the doing the tribe build, the vibe of the tribe, and it's like didn't really know. My guidance was like, you need some type of you need to know what you're gonna do though, like get some type of more guidance in the, and it's like now that clarity came right here on what that was supposed to be. Yeah. I'm too excited. But yeah, peace, love, light, healing. Much gratitude, family, for y'all support, for y'all tapping in with us, for building with us, for loving yourself, to actually even show up and tap in with us and get this information. Go put in the work and get ready because next Sunday the babies will be giving us that high quality information straight from source.
Yeah, we'll be at the foot of the babies. Yeah, to the wisdom. That they have naturally.
I say.
Let's get it. Peace, family.
Peace.
Wholeness and abundance.
I say.
Yes, I say.
Affirmations daily, you should join in. Love is the vibe and we own it. The universe been talking to the chosen. The universe been talking to the chosen. God energy. Everything inside of me, you feel the frequency. God energy. Everything inside of me, you feel the frequency.
You amazing, you should say